Hello everybody. As I showed in a previous video, I've acquired a Shure model SM7 vintage microphone. I know that it's very old, probably before 1994. I don't know the exact date, I haven't decoded the serial number yet. But if anybody knows how to do that, please let me know. If you notice, all the foam has disintegrated. This is the original microphone windscreen. And it has left a lot of red dust, which looks like rust, but it really isn't. It's just foam deposits from the inside of the original case. So this is the inside of the original case. A lot of that is not rust, but it's foam dust. This is the original microphone back cover, which has never been removed from the package. I've not been able to find any foam for this to replace it. I've called Shure and asked them, and they were unable to guide me to a vendor of the people who made the red foam for the inside of these cases. If anybody knows where I can find a foam block that will work for this, or an original mold, would be great. In the meantime, I have found some padded foam from an industrial plant left over in the scrap bin that has a sticker in the bottom. So my plan is just to line the bottom and the top so that in case it gets shook around, maybe the sides, it won't damage anything. That'll be later on in the video. Meantime, I have gathered a toothbrush, a set of Q-tips, clean washcloths, and a cap that will hold some WD-40 those appear very rusty, and I will attempt to replace them, but I want to get them out as safely as possible so there's no danger of there being any damage. I also want to clean out behind these switches so that those slides work much better than they did. Don't know how much of that white pitting or speckling is pits or just glue from the foam. And then in here, this piece of rubber is popping out. I was unable to find a source for that, but I will attempt to fasten it from the inside or reseat it after I take the back off. First thing to do is to disassemble the microphone. So I'll be as gentle as possible so as to not cause any new damage. I do know that this microphone does work, and it sounds pretty good. I was able to acquire a new foam windscreen from B&H Photo. It's $13. It's also available on Amazon. So this is a new foam windscreen that will be brand new. I had to be very careful. I tested all these screws and they are indeed loose and manageable, so I'm not going to put any WD-40 on the microphone, but I will take this back plate off, clean all behind it, and see that it is clean inside. In the meantime, I did try to to push the sliders, and they are indeed working just like they're supposed to. So this plate is coming off now, and then while it's off, we'll inspect the wires on the inside to see that they are in good shape. We want to keep use the foam. I want to keep the screws so they go back in the same position. And we'll remember that the wire is going into the lightning bolt. If anybody knows the size and dimension of these screws, please let me know in a comment. They look pretty good. I think WD-40 on the top will just clean the surface rust. They are not damaged at all. So this microphone was found in storage, in a non-climate controlled storage. Well, it had probably been there since, I don't know, 19 something. Look at all that red goo. There's a plate. It's not too bad in there. It's actually not bad at all. So let's see, can this come out? I think these things just pop right off. There you go, there's the wires. They look in pretty good shape. Anyway, that all looks good to me. The wires look in very good shape, the switches look fine. Meantime, I'll get some of this red goo out of here. Let's see, is this going to come clean at all? Don't look like it. It is pretty chunky. Gonna put the back side of the screws in the WD-40. Don't want to really soak them or clean them. I just want the surface rust off the tops. Screw thread bodies are nice. You can try on the back plate here. I'll be right back. Now, off camera, I was able to wedge that string relief back into its hole. Very careful with the wires because I don't want to touch it. It's still not in perfect, but it's at least snugging up by itself now. It's not pulling out anymore. Don't know about that one. Maybe it got really hot wherever it was when the foam melted and they popped out. I'm going to try not to touch them, because there's no point in disturbing it if it works fine, and it does work so far. So I've cleaned the inside of the case as much as I dare today. And I've added foam to the bottom. It's this squishy packing case foam. It's got a nice fake leather outside and a double sticky tape on the inside. Doesn't seem to be room to put it around the edges just yet. Definitely not at the top. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. I might cut it in half and just skin it. There was definitely some rust on the inside of the case. It wasn't all red goo, but all the top was mostly the red foamy goo. There's some little rusty patches. I might take it apart and repaint it sometime. I'm going to put on the foam filter and we will see. You can see by what was a clean towel is now much dirtier now that I've cleaned the case out. But altogether it's looking pretty good. So this is the new windscreen pop filter. It's an RK345 windscreen pop filter for the Shure SM7 dynamic microphone. This is what it looks like out of its box. This is the original foam ring, where you can see the foam has all but disintegrated. And some of the red is from the red case foam that the microphone was sitting in while it disintegrated. If you look at the index mark there and the index mark on the original, I can tell you that by feeling the two pieces of plastic, the original one is much thicker and much more robust than the new one. But the new one has foam attached to it, so I'm guessing it all works out. And it should slide on just like this, and then snap in place just like the original did. And there it is. Seems well seated all around. Oh, there's an edge. There's a snap. There, it snaps right in. Now it looks like a brand new 25-year-old Shure SM7 dynamic microphone in its gently refurbished case that is in need of some interior paint. That knob hole sits right in there. And close it up. Oops, it touches. Gonna have to recess that foam a little bit more. It's not too bad. Soft and squishy. There you go. Like I said, if anybody knows where I can get an original block of red foam for the interior of this case, please comment in the videos. And like or subscribe to the ColecoBrothers YouTube channel if you like this video and want to see more of them.